Spoken to a lot of groups this week. I've been out in Shelby, Southfield, Macomb. Al, where have you been? Do you even remember?
Yeah, it was funny. I was looking at my list here. I was in Sterling Heights. I was in Troy. I was out in Oxford, again, Troy and Novi, and also in West Bloomfield. So, yeah, I was a busy boy this week.
It was a busy boy. We are out talking, networking, teaching. This is what we do every day of the week. We don't know it all. We are constantly learning. This is a whole fluid thing. So no matter how much we learn each week, there's more to learn. And we are constantly asking, what are the tips? What are you seeing? What's the best way? Colin helped us out on Facebook. So there is so much to learn, but it's okay. Get in Facebook. You can't mess it up. There are account settings, or you get into your account, and if you're worried about personal information getting out, limit what people see. You can do that, right?
You can do that, but what I guess my suggestion is don't share things that are personal. I really think that you should have your profile wide open. I think it's important that you have your profile wide open. And because what happens is that, and what I run through a lot is that I'll search for somebody. So I type in your name. First, if you don't have a headshot, I don't know that it's you. If you have a logo or something, I don't know that it's you. And then if you have your settings restricted, then I can't see anything to know whether or not it's you. It's a very frustrating thing because, again, when I'm coming back from networking and things, I'm looking to connect with people. And if they have it set up where I can't find who they are, then I'm passing, I'm throwing your card away, and you're out of my loop. So you want to have those things open and just don't share personal things. You know, with your kids, it's something where if you're concerned about things that your kids are posting, you can actually go on Facebook, go to your friends tab, and you'll see create a list. By creating that list, you can segment people. You can put your friends in a group. You can put your family in a different group, church, whatever it is, or the inappropriate brother-in-law that we all have, that you want to put that tab in, and so that what they post, nobody else is going to see it except for you.
Okay. Well, we talked about bowling. How many times do you bowl in a week?
Typically it's 2, but this week, because of the holidays, I actually had to bowl Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
All right, and we were talking network, and I asked you if you networked at bowling, and your first response was what?
My first response was no.
And we got a chance to talk. I said, well, you know what? I go skating, and these are just activities that we need to kind of download. I like the exercise. I roller skate. I have a great group of friends over at Skate World of Troy. We get out there and skate, and I don't network or go there with that in mind, but people come to me. They want to know what's going on the radio show. How can I do this on Facebook? What would you see for this kind of resume? So there's always questions, and you said you don't network, and then after I said that, your comments were what?
Well, the reality is that because what we do is so much involved as far as making everything about the other person, that's what I realize is that's something that I do practice, and that is that when I'm in social settings like bowling, where obviously it's not about me, I make it about them. So my conversations at bowling are about that person and about what they do and about their families and all of that, so that the more that you can make a conversation about the other person, the more engaged they're going to be, and ultimately the more they're going to open up to you. So do I network? No. But am I practicing my craft? Absolutely.
Yeah, we're practice, and we're going to talk about practicing a little later. It's 11:22. 1-800-923-9385. If you'd like to get involved, we'd like to talk with you today. Give us a call if you've got some ideas, some questions. If you have some tips for us, we are always taking tips. We are learning, because when we learn, we teach. That's what we do.
Hey, Jerry, before we move forward, I just want to talk about our trip on the way here today. Jerry and I are both East Siders, and we come down 8 Mile, and the studio's in Ferndale. And as you know, we got a couple inches of snow, and we witnessed something that was just unbelievable on the way here, and it was a smart bus that was something out of Mad Max.
He was having a blast. I'd like to meet this driver. This guy was going as fast as he could in the far right lane, right up against the curb, and he was shooting all of the snow and slush up about 20 feet in the air and across the sidewalks. It was so funny.
And it was really hilarious, and it looked like a snowplow. But the problem was the people that were actually walking on 8 Mile. That was something that was, again, it was something out of a horror movie. That was a little strange. There were some people that were getting hit with some pretty large snowdrifts.
Yeah, he was having a good time, and it was pretty interesting watching him. And they've been in the news today or this week about the one bus driver having his girlfriend sit on his lap while he was driving the city bus, and that one of the customers actually filmed it.
Wow.
on their camera. It was pretty funny. So that was our really big chuckle driving in, enjoying Mad Max Road, Thunderdome.
I was happy to get ahead of the guy because he was frightening me just a tad there.
So, we're going to talk about, there's a bunch. We've just got so much. The art of shut up. And I can't wait to get that on the other side of the break. And we're going to talk about the art of shut up. Al, you're going to like that one a lot. So we've got, I got Dave in Troy. I'd like to bring him in here. Dave, are you there? Dave, can you hear me? I'm not sure.
I don't know what happened with him.
There we go. Are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. I just wanted to call in and say that I sat down with Al last Friday, I believe it was, and he was just kind of sharing with me some of the benefits of the social media marketing on LinkedIn and Facebook. And I had never really been a person that had seen the benefits of that and thought, why the heck am I going to do this? I actually have a business networking company. So he was kind of sharing me with some of these principles and these things, and I started implementing them over the last week and a half here, and I have seen incredible feedback.
Awesome.
And I just wanted to kind of give a testimony and say, you know what, if you have a business where that you need to get yourself out there, I mean, you'd be a fool not to have a huge presence on LinkedIn and Facebook.
Well, let me ask you this, David. How hard was it to do?
Oh, it was incredibly easy. I mean, I think it's just a lot of people are kind of nervous. They fear the unknown,
Right.
So they think, oh, this Facebook thing is crazy. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, and I think that's true, and I think that was where I was glad that we sat down and we went through those concerns, and that's something where I think once you just embrace it and you do it, and actually what I'd like you to do, Dave, tell everybody your company and what you guys do.
Yeah, well, the name of my company is the Blackwood Network. We specialize in just networking people. Our staff really loves connecting with people, loves putting people together. We have a real passion for it, and I saw that Al was, one of the foremost networked people in the metro area. And I said, I got to sit down with this guy, and I really learned a lot. And actually, you know what? I ended up contacting Colin McConnell. And I sat down with him yesterday, had lunch with him, and I mean he's incredibly smart as well in terms of the social media stuff, and he was a big help as well.
Yeah, he told me he had done that, and I was glad. I asked him to, I asked you guys to reach out to each other because I think that kind of completes that circuit, and so I appreciate you calling in today, bud. And
right.
it was a pleasure helping you.
Yep, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for calling in, and go ahead and post on our Facebook site. Love to hear what you've got going on and your successes. We've got.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Tara from Detroit. She's probably got a question for you, Al. Tara, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hi, Tara.
Hi. Hi. Good morning, gentlemen. I'm so glad that I'm actually tuning in. I have a question in reference to Facebook, and thank you as well for what you're doing and sending out to all of the young people in reference to networking. I know that's a very vital tool in reference to business. Now, in regards to Facebook, I've had an account with them for a year. 8 months of that year, I have not been able to close the account. The reason that I would like to close the business account is because I was using it to advertise my business. Someone distorted the picture and the text on my account.
Hacked into it?
Okay.
Yeah. And I've called I've called every number that I could call. I've left messages. I've emailed them numerous times.
Well, let's get Al's take on that. What do you think?
Yeah, and what I would do is let me give you my number, and you can call me. Obviously after, and I'll walk you through it. I'll help you to close it down, and I'll show you how to create a new one.
All right, why don't you go ahead and give her your number right now?
And you're on Facebook, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, my number is 586
586
883
883
5838.
5838. Thank you so much again. As I said, I'm listening to your show, and I appreciate your assistance, and I will call back.
I look forward to it, and I look forward to helping you.
Thanks, Tara. We appreciate that.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's good to have people call in. There's a lot of questions. We do learn, and, I have heard some people get their Facebook hacked into, but you can solve that, right?
Well, the thing is don't have an easy password. I mean, that's, again, one of the things that I've come across is that I'll do somebody, and they'll use their first name as the password, or they'll use 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's like 8 people right now that just went, he knows my password. So you want to have a password that's going to be tougher. So if you have a very simple password, go to the settings and change it.
All right. So you mean I can't use password as my password?
No.
Okay.
No. I saw somebody yesterday, their password was die Facebook.
Oh, now you're going to tell them who it was now?
No, I'm not going to say that one, but yeah.
All right. So we are Networking Squared, 1-800-923-9385. We're here to solve problems. We're here to gain people business share. That's what we talk about. We want to thank Your Financial Edge for being in here earlier today. It's always good to chat with the guys as they're on the way out of the studio, as we're trying to get into the studio. We never have really time to do much networking, but we need to sit down with those guys.
Yeah.
And do some talking.
Yep, they do. They're very, very intelligent guys, and it's something where we always listen on the way in, and they have a lot of good insights. So it's something where we really appreciate you listening to our show, but tune in before. Listen to what's going on before us.
Yeah, the great family of WDTK on a Saturday morning. So, you know what? The art of shut up. I wonder what that actually could mean, Al.
I don't know, but I'll shut up and do it. But actually, before the break, I want to give a shout out. I forgot last week, but I love my in-laws. It's Art and Catherine. Hey guys, thanks for listening.
We'll be right back. Networking Squared.